Hello everybody and welcome back to Piano Practice Partner. Thank you for joining me on today's practice along session. Now if you're new to the channel, we break down the videos into two different sections. We have the lessons where we learn a new theory or concept, song, etc. And then the following week we have a practice along session, which is what today is, where we apply that in some dedicated practice time. So I set up an exercise, I set this trusty timer here, and then I mute my piano so you're not distracted by me, and we practice along together. So we're holding each other accountable and applying what we've learned in the lesson in some practice time so it becomes more within our fingers and memories. So to quickly recap last week's lesson, we were learning this G major scale. The lesson before that we learned the F major scale, which was this. Had one cheeky black note here. And in the G major scale we found out it also had a cheeky little black note but in a different place. It was this. So, for clarity's sake, the notes are written out here, but I'll speak them out loud as I play them. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Fantastic. And above this line, we have some letters written. Wah wah ha, wah 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 ha, or WWH, WWWH, or whole whole half, whole 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 half. And that's a way of identifying any major scale by noting where the whole steps were and the half steps were. So any major scale, from the note we're starting on to find the major scale, we just have to figure out the whole note and the half note and follow this formula. So for G, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So that's exactly what we figured out. We use this and they're the exact same notes. So it's a really nice way of proving a theory to ourselves, but also if we want to find out another major scale, that's all we'd have to do. So the first exercise, we're going to spend some time drilling the G major scale with our right hand, but let's have a quick recap on how we arrange our fingers. Remember we labeled the fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to play, starting on the G with our thumb. We're going to play 1, 2, 3, cross the thumb underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, cross the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the way back down, we just reverse that. So we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the middle finger over. 3, 2, 1. Do that one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross middle finger over. 3, 2, 1. So let's set 4 minutes on the clock, drilling the right hand up and down the G major scale, and I'll see you in 4 minutes. Thumb crosses under on the way up. Middle finger crosses over on the way down. Take it as slow as you need to. Aim for consistency and evenness of sound. Halfway there, keep going. Keep nice and loose. Think ease. Final minute remaining. Keep going, everybody. $20 seconds left. Keep pushing. There we go. 4 minutes done. How's that, everybody? Hopefully that feels a bit more under the fingers. Remember, there's no limit to how many times you can just rewind this video or come back to it and keep practicing along until it's nice and fluid. We're aiming just to slowly chip away. Consistency is key here, rather than doing a 10-hour practice session once. Just a little bit and often each day. Just keep chipping away at something new and coming back to some old stuff and just refreshing it. So we've drilled our right hand, now let's drill our left hand. So how do we arrange our fingers? Remember, we label our fingers from left to right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, the pinky starts on the G, and we're going to play all the way up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're crossing our middle finger over. 3, 4, 5. I'll do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, crossing middle finger over, 3, 4, 5. And on the way back down, we just reverse that. So we go 5, 4, 3, cross the thumb underneath, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time from moving down the scale. 5, 4, 3, cross the thumb underneath, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's just the inverse of what our right hand's doing. So 4 minutes on the clock, let's drill our left hand up and down the G major scale. See you on the other side. Go as slow as you need to whilst you figure out that little transition point. Middle finger crosses over on the way up and thumb crosses underneath on the way down. Keep nice and loose, nice and relaxed. Over halfway there. Keep going. Remember, aim for a nice, consistent and even sound between all of the notes. "30 seconds left. Keep going, everybody." There we go. 4 minutes done. How was that? Perhaps your left hand is your non-dominant hand, so it takes a little bit more time, as mine does, just to get it under the fingers. But it's worth sticking with. So don't dismiss your non-dominant hand. We have to try and grow these hands together. So when things feel a little bit frustrating, I have on pretty good authority that when we have those feelings of frustration and we work through them, is really, really beneficial to our learning and to growing. Our brain, when we make memories and patterns, we drill things, makes connections. And so the more we do something, the easier it is for our brain to fire off connections down these synapses or synapses to allow us to do something. So when we practice something, we're strengthening the connection. So the feeling of frustration when you're learning something new is because your brain is firing, trying to find a path, but it hasn't yet formed one. So it's searching, and that frustrated feeling is your brain trying to find a connection, but it can't anchor onto anything yet because it's a new experience. The more we work through that, we're then going to grow this connection. So the next time we come to it, it's stronger and stronger and stronger. So that frustration goes because the neural pathways have somewhere to direct that. So the more we practice, the more we work through that frustration point, the more we're strengthening and building new neural pathways and learning the skill, embedding the skill. So rather than, I think what a lot of us do when we feel that frustration, we go, sod it, and we leave or we give up. For something like this, yeah, it's annoying. We don't like it, which is why I say take a little beat, little shake out, come back to it. That is the most beneficial thing you can do to start building this practice into something that becomes long-term core memory stuff and a part of who we are and what we can do. So keep with it. Anyway, this isn't a science channel. This is a music channel. Maybe we'll pepper some more science in. I'll get some studies if people are interested. But yeah, cool stuff. Let us now set a bigger timer. I'm going to set a 6-minute timer. Because we're about to put both hands together. But before we hit the timer, let's just look what happens. Because the same when we learnt our C major scale, the hands move at slightly different points. It's the same with the G major scale. The hands are going to move at slightly different points. But it is the same as the C major. So it makes life a little easier. Different to the F major because of where the black notes are positioned. But let's forget about that for now. If we take this nice and slow, we'll notice that our right hand moves first. So let's just go up to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're crossing our right hand first, aren't we? We're going 1, 2, 3, cross the right hand, thumb underneath, 4, 5. And then from this point, our left hand crosses over. 3, 4, 5. So I'll do that one more time nice and slowly. 1, 2, 3, cross the thumb, 4, 5, cross the middle finger on the left, 6, 7, 8. And then we're back down, just the inverse of that. So The left hand would now cross first, thumb underneath, and then the right hand. So there's 2 notes grace, you'll notice, between the transition points. Right hand crosses for 2 notes. That's our 2 notes grace to then figure out where our left hand goes. And then we're back down. Left hand crosses first, 2 notes grace, and then the right hand crosses. Perfect. So that's what we're going to be doing for 6 minutes. Remember to take it nice and slowly. It doesn't matter that if we get to this transition, we have a little moment where we suspend the tempo to figure out, oh, yeah, my thumb goes there. Great. And then little hiatus again while we figure out, yeah, middle finger there. Oh, and then another little moment to think. Great. That is absolutely fine while we're figuring it out. But each time, see if you can make that gap a little bit smaller and smaller. And then smaller and smaller until it becomes fluid. That everything is consistent, the sound and the tempo is all consistent up and down. That's what we're aiming for, and I'll see you on the other side of 6 minutes. Take it as slow as you need while you're figuring out those transition points. Remember to stay nice and loose, nice and relaxed. If your dominant hand is rushing ahead, make sure you slow down so your non-dominant hand can catch up. Work at the speed of your non-dominant hand. Over halfway there. Keep going, everybody. Try and keep all the notes consistent and even. Less than a minute remaining. Keep going, everyone. Six minutes done. How's that, everybody? I hope that was really useful. It's really satisfying, isn't it, when something that's tricky suddenly just clicks and becomes smoother, incrementally smoother and smoother. Super, super satisfying to see progress happen in real time. So stick with it. Remember, work through any of those frustrations, shake it out, carry on, push through, build those new neural pathways and strengthen those connections. It's all about incremental, consistent practice. So replay this video as many times as you need to. Go back to the other lessons and the other practice alongs if you need to refresh anything or if you've missed a lesson. And on that point, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any future lessons if you're really serious about learning this instrument together. I'm having a great time. I'm loving learning this instrument with you. So thank you so much for joining me. Let me know in a comment down below where you're learning from, what your wins of the week are, anything you'd like to learn in the future. Or just to say a general hello. It'd be nice to know who's out there. But thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next week for the next lesson on Piano Practice Partner.